Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. I really, truly do not have a lot to say. I really, really just needed watch hours. So I'm like, shit. Let me go ahead and go live. I mean, it's been, I know, look at me playing with stuff. It's been a lot going on. Nothing really piquing my interest, to be honest with you. Um, Lots of receipts have been dropped. Lots of conversations about old relationships and ping. Um, Things being canceled. People still falling out. Apology was supposed to happen. That didn't happen. Which, hmm, I'm really just not interested. Like, I mean, like this one of them situations where it's kind of just like, all right, y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do. But anyway, I did. So per my last live, and we got to talk about the lesbian stuff. I did end up reaching out to a couple of individuals about coming through. Like I said, the studs they always come out. It's the films that be kind of off in the cut, chilling. That's just kind of like I don't know, you know. Um, One said yes, so we gonna set up the official time for Saturday's live Friday. The other one said to let her know because she may be working. I see if I can try to get some film girls to come up and kick it with us, but like I said, they're not as voice. They don't have that voice like uh the studs do. I keep seeing M Bernie, and I don't know why I keep forgetting to ask. Like I know people like Muffy and all them. My wifey's gonna come through, but yeah, the films don't like. I talk, you know. But and that's sometimes even I remember back in the day, not as so much now because dynamics have changed. Like back in the day, to be a film, you had to be, you know, look quiet, a little reserved, try to be a little sexy. And I never fit into that, you know what I'm saying? I present feminine. I'm not. And I don't know why it seemed like every time I go live, one of these funky ass cats decide they want to get this on these. So I did reach out. It is definitely gonna happen. And we just gonna kick it. We're gonna have fun. I'm excited because one of the people I reached out to, I was really, really unsure about, and it was like, oh yeah, it's a go. Yep. So I was like, oh shit, you know, closed mouth don't get fed, ain't that right? Um, a couple of people did say that, you know, go ahead and drop the link to your wish list. So I put it, it's on my wall. You know, I be posting a lot of stuff. But it's on my wall. Like I said, hey, it is what it is for me. When it's time for me to have those things, I will get them. I am kid free. It's me by myself. So it seemed like an echo. Ain't nobody running around playing. Ain't nobody busting in my door talking about mommy. I actually get to sit in my living room in peace. Ain't no TV or nothing going on. Like, I mean, like I watch stuff like I be watching weird shit. Like when Diva got to playing that Frederick Douglass stuff over there, I feel like I was in my comfort zone. I'm like, oh yeah, this my kind of stuff right here. This ain't boring to me at all, baby. Let me go get me a bottle of water and put some lemon in it. You know, so like I be watching stuff like that. A lot of mystical stuff. I love cartoons, so I like Family Guy, different things like that. So I know y'all just heard them run across this flow. Come here, friend. But yeah, it's going down. The topics is definitely going to be about lesbian things. It's definitely not going to be black or beef sector related at all. Now, if people want to come up and talk about some things, we can talk, but I really don't think I want to add that at all. I think I'm going to just leave it where it is. Because like I said, I know the one person really don't, you know what I'm saying, pop out, and the lesbians want to come over here and not talk about the beef sector, apparently. I've had 4 different people tell me that. Fan, can you not do that? Why do you have to? Well, every time, friend, every time I go live, you do that. No, don't bite me. Thank you, Tron, for coming to protect me. She, don't bite my mama. No, for real. I don't know if my sound is good. But yeah, I just want to announce that. Like I said, I'm gonna probably sit here. I'm gonna try to make 30 minutes because I'm really bored. And honestly, I really do want to go to bed. But my daughter suggested that I read a book tonight because it's been a while since I read a book from start to finish. So I think I'm gonna cry. I got a couple of them sitting there on my nightstand. I actually pulled out one of my Dharma books, Dharmapada. I think I might crack that. I have never read it, and it's gonna be a lot to take it in. But I think I'm gonna crack that book open. And if you know what that is it's Buddhist literature. So I think I'm gonna do that. Oh man, I went over to Jay Dunn's house yesterday and was caroling with them, and I had a really good time. It was really chill. It was small. It was laid back. It started off with Jay Dunn and Thema Soul, and then I hit the link. So then it ended up being Jay Dunn, Thema Soul, me, Uppity, Charlie, Uncle Claude hit the link. Smoothie came up there. Honest Row came up. And Slick Chick. Now I know we hear Charlie all the time, and you hear she has a very strong Southern voice. Honey, Charlie got such a beautiful voice. She was giving me all the Norah Jones. Like, she's so sultry. The Norah Jones. She sang a country style like Christmas song. It was really nice. She has such a great voice. And so does Slick Chick and Miss Smoothie. It was good though. We had a good time, and I actually sat there for 4 hours. I ain't sat on the live like that since I used to go hang over there at Envy's before he started talking about dripping on them people I know absolutely nothing about. But like, it was fun though. It was fun. We had everybody sang. You know what I'm saying? We was re-singing songs, but everybody sang. And it was such a good time to just get together, just do something different, And then we ended up talking about some other things, the old beef sector stuff, and but it wasn't like negative dragging. It was just like a little bit of the history and just content creation and rules and regulations and different things like that. It wasn't nothing like people were beefing, you know what I'm saying? Like, that didn't happen at all. And so it was good. So I did get a chance to enjoy that. I got off of that live, went over to Lemons. I'll be honest, I was tired as hell. Like, I know what was talked about, but it was just like key things, but it wasn't that major. And I went to bed. I was tired. I be tired. I get up real early, get my kids where they need to be. So unless I take me a good old nap by 9-10 o'clock, I'm ready to go to bed. Or at least lay down and unwind. You know what I'm saying? And recently I just been going to sleep. So yeah, that was all that happened. That's happened for me in the past few days. I mean, y'all see the same things we see. Most of my subscribers come from this particular sector. Like I said, I just need a little bit of watch time. You probably is 3 people here, but you probably the only person in the chat, Houseway. Hey, baby. It's just really slow. I think people are getting ready for the holidays. People are traveling, you know what I'm saying, and shopping. Hey, here, lady, especially like here in Ohio, the weather is favorable. Like, it's not snowing or nothing. So people they would have been more reluctant to be out, they're out. No, it's cool because I don't think it's the fact that it's I just don't feel like there's a lot of people on. I mean, and maybe I know maybe people might be waiting for Lemon to go live, but I'm just trying to get my watch time hours up so I can start having these. I want to do the membership lives. That way we could talk about certain things. No, no. What I'm saying is most of my viewers are beef sector, so they gonna be where they at. But I just think that I know here the weather's favorable, so I can understand why people may be out, and no one else around was saying thank you so much. And that's what I tell people. I'm vocal, but people will tell you the shit talking, the messiness, the that. I have been doing this ever since I dropped down. Me and Hood Lady used to be in another sector tearing some content creators up in the chat, baby. Do you hear me? It's just new because people can hear me. I just need to watch time hours. I am so close to being able, like, I don't really think I care about AdSense as much because I know I can maybe put out a live a week or something. But the desire to go live as much as I would have to be able to pour from the AdSense is a bit too much for me. But like, they separated it to where you can start getting like the super chats and promotions and memberships just by getting 3,000 watch time hours. And when I tell you, I am so close. So like, I was just like, let me just go and maybe put out 30, 45 minutes and see who dropped down. That's how many things is going on in the beef sector that I don't care about enough to talk about for real. Because it's just continuous. It's like nothing's happened, and then everything that could have been new is old. So it's like, I mean, like I said, the only thing that's going on that's been interesting is the community wall post. Start checking out some of the trolls, some of the smaller CCs, and because they, y'all just don't know. I say it all the time. Some of the smaller content creators, that's like the subbies that turn content creators, or like a lot of the subbies utilize their community walls to say things. That's where you find the real stuff at. That's where you be finding them receipts at. You know what? I was doing that at the beginning and then I stopped. I probably should, because when I tell you I am super close, and like I said, when I want to do my members' lives, that's where we get to really kick back, have our sexy time, talk, talk about things that we want to talk about. And then I'll be able to identify with the crowd at that time on what we're talking about. And plus, just to keep some of the trolls out, because a lot of these people that still subscribe to me because they want to see what I'm going to say this shit. And I'll be like, bro, I ain't got nothing to say. Like, hey, I don't scream and holler at my kids in real life. Nah. Get out of there. Child, I was thinking about, I was going to grab me a Heineken Zero, and then my ass forgot and came straight home, and I don't feel like one. Charmin, lay down, baby. Lay down, mama. Lay down, baby. I think something is wrong with my dog. So she's been shivering a lot. Like, she shivers. And so I looked it up, and it's like, okay, it could be low blood sugar. And I'm like, no, because I make sure she eat. If I notice she's not eating her dry food by itself, I'll mix a little bit of wet food in. Plus, I mean, she steals the cat food. So I know this wench eat. So then it says she can have low blood sugar, arthritis, anxiety, or whatever. It's not anxiety. She's never home alone because I have a cat. You know what I'm saying? So she's always with something. And I'm like, but something ain't right with her. Like, because this is something she never really did before. But I don't know what it is. I know when I shaved her this time, because she had some mats, I had to take her lower than normal. But my Tinky mama, she's something going on with her. And I hope it's not anything major. So I'm going to call and see if I could try to get an appointment soon. But yeah, I don't know if Housewife's still here. Again, thank you for that. Because like I said, Hood Lady, you see she dropped down and laughed. Man, I used to be tearing people. Man, Sinetter, oh my God. Back when I felt my kind of way about Misunderstood. Oh, yes, Sinetter, Misunderstood. Napasha, we used to, man, listen, tear. ZX, that ain't nothing new. The way I respond to him is not new. I've been doing that since 2021. I have never liked him. I have never been on that Mama Baba ZX stuff. I've never, baby, you gotta get down. I've never done that. I've always disliked that man from the time I dropped down over in the conscious sector, went in the black sector. No, I've never liked him. Hi, First Lady. Happy holidays. I'm sorry, y'all. Happy holidays to everyone who celebrate them. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. You know, whatever you got going on, I hope you celebrate it, because this is not just a time of religion. It ain't got to be about religion. A lot of people like, it's just, you know what I'm saying, about getting together. Thank you, First Lady, for dropping down and help reminding me to be able to say that. Darling, I am doing so good. I was just sitting here. I needed a few watch. I'm trying to get some watch time, and also trying to stay awake, because I feel like if I try to go to bed now, I'm gonna be up at 3 o'clock in the morning looking stupid. And it wasn't really a lot going on. I went to a couple of lives. Like I said, I definitely hung a Divas live this afternoon. I called some Brianna's, but then I ended up talking to my neighbor upstairs for the first time. She invited me up, offered me a lovely piece of chocolate cake, and we ended up chopping it up. I totally missed ODS live. But like I said, it's not really anything that I have anything to say. But anyway, back to the holidays. Thank you, love. Whatever you celebrate, just get together with your family. How you just gonna force yourself on my lap though? Like, she literally just forced herself. She just forced herself in my lap. She's so aggressive. Sit down, darling. Sit down. What? Let me teach you, little baby. Hey, my mama, baby. I think I'm like, what the hell is she talking to? I think I might get my god grandson. He just had a birthday before I leave tomorrow. I'll see what his mama got going on. I've been thinking about my little man. He just turned 3. But yeah, that's like I said, this is just random. Y'all know I get on here and just get to talking to y'all like me on the phone, y'all. I don't tell y'all all my business though. Y'all ain't my best friend. But you know, I get on here and get to talking to y'all. I'm about to lock all of y'all in a minute. Go lay down. Where the hell is JB at? Hey, Jin Jin. Hey, Jin Jin. I love me some Jin Jin, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all, when you hear me get excited and I tell people I really like them, I love them, and show them certain attention, like certain people, if I show you a lot of attention, that means I really like you. You know, because some people I pay dust to. Because one minute they saying hi, the next minute they, Lemon, she did it. I go, what the fuck he gonna do? But cuss me out and block me. Shit. But Jin Jin is my baby. Jin Jin is one of them people, name stuck with me from when I first dropped down as the realest to ever do it. Happy holidays, Jin Jin, if that's what you celebrate, love. So I know for the holidays, I'm going down there with Brittany. And I ain't afraid to say that. Like, what the fuck? Shit. Half of the beef sector probably named Brittany. I'm going down there with her. And then for New Year's, me and my best friend is going to get together and hang out. That's going to be fun. We just going to do an old-fashioned, old-school, like, get together. We're talking about maybe, like, doing something like some frying some chicken. You know, doing our grown folk thing, listening to music. Just like a nice little at-home kickback. So that's cool. Inexpensive. You know, ain't nobody got to get dressed up. Nothing like that. And here in the city of Cleveland, baby, ain't nobody trying to be outside doing that time. Even in the suburbs, them crazy fools be out there drunk shooting rich folk, you know? So that's what I'm doing. And then school starts in, I want to say 3.5. I think exactly 4 weeks, actually. I got to go take care of all that and register for my classes. But let me see. Damn. I feel like I've been talking forever. Hi, Miss Coochie. I love you some Miss Coochie, y'all. Listen, Miss Coochie be giving me a whole kiki, baby. I be at the chat cracking my ass up. I like the you know, I don't think Miss Coochie is a troll in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Just a mess talker sitting having fun. To me, like, she's a light troll, you know what I'm saying, compared to some other people. Can you, Miss Coochie, come get this dog and teach her how to work her coochie, baby? Miss Coochie be in there talking about Miss Coochie taking them all, baby. And BK could have got them this morning, huh? And then that's why I be having fun. Like I like to sometimes drop on the chats and have fun. Baby, Whitney Houston. I mean, Diva did something to me today that I listen. When I was a little girl, I was in love with Robin and Whitney Houston. Like like certain people, I knew I was gay. They should have known I was gay back then. I used to obsess when I used to see like Robin and stuff. She wasn't really out there, but you know how they're celebrities, right? And I hated Bobby Brown when she got with Bobby Brown. I hated that. Anyway, but I was super obsessed with Madonna too. And I was super obsessed with Janet Jackson, but everybody was. But like, I can't tell you why I was so in love with the Material Girl. But I mean, it was like, they were like my crushes. You know what I'm saying? They were like Robin was my crush. And so when I got a little older and started learning stuff, I was like, oh, again, right? She's been my crush. And thank you, Diva, for reminding me of that, because the whole time Diva had Robin on the screen, I'm like, look at her. Oh, God, she's so gorgeous. Just look at her. Just look at her. Ooh, look at her in the white suit. Listen, I said, you know what? Listen, I'm engaged, y'all. Y'all know that. I'm engaged to a woman. And Diva, a lot of people like Diva. And I know. I don't think she'd be mad that I used to lust over Robin. And Mika was saying a couple more people like MC Lyte, Da Brat. Yeah, MC Lyte. Definitely MC Lyte. And Peppa from Salt and Pepper. I was in love with her. Like, I just loved her look. But yeah, I did have crushes as little girls. Kisses back to you, Jin Jin. I'm only gonna be here 8 more minutes running my mouth about nothing, y'all. Because I just want to watch time hours. I enjoy the fact that y'all sit here and let me ramble about nothing too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you at all. But I want to remind y'all of something before I leave. So I'll take a few minutes to say this. Get Charming. I said, okay, just stay right there. I've talked about losing my mom or whatever. And, I'm, confess that around this time of year, it does get hard for me. Not so much just for the holidays, but because I lost my mom to COVID, December 28th of 2020. And I find myself this year for the first time feeling like I want to talk more about my feelings and that experience. And, I have been reaching out to my best friend more. But I think this year is the first year of my life where I can say I miss her a lot. And I think I'm actually starting to get okay with it. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say, I have found myself now just listening to music that I know she used to like to listen to, or just listening to my mother listened to music all the time. Doing things like that, just reminiscing about a lot of things she used to do, even talking about like a lot of things like I remember my mom did this, or I remember my mom did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I was thinking about how I never put up a Christmas tree, but I remember my mom doing those things and she loved doing those things. Like I remember when I told my fiance about how I stopped accepting Christmas gifts at like 11 years old. My mother, one of her side hustles every year for the holidays was she used to stand out and ring that bell for the Salvation Army. But she would always get so sick and it was like she was just gone, right? So I remember saying like, Mom, you ain't got to do this for me. Just give me some money or whatever. If you ain't got it, let's just cook and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Because I hated for her to have to do that. And it was just like things like that. I've just been reminiscing and thinking and talking about. I found it quite funny today that, I have been saying these things and talking about wanting to be more verbal about her. And like I said, my neighbor was like, hey, I got some cake. Do you want to come up and have a piece? So we got to getting up there talking. She is a whole kiki. And I was even just like telling her little things about my mom. Like they grew up in the same neighborhood, basically. So like, it's not, so they grew up in the same neighborhood as far as, let's like you, well, like a councilman's, like they cover a certain quarter, you know, and so they grew up in that quarter, but they kind of went to different schools, but they went to the same middle school, and they would have been the same. Well, my mother and her would have been, she's a year older than what my mother would have been. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. And she was like, I wonder if she was like, it sounds familiar. When I was telling her, she was like, but that was so long ago. And it just made me feel good to be able to get that off my chest. So like, I know some of us has lost parents, family members, cousins, aunts, uncles, or whatever, and it's hard, right? It, especially when you lose a parent, it's extremely hard. But I was saying, and I just keep saying that there's help, like besides, you know, your religion, your faith, those things. I would let them know, baby, I got you. um there's books on grief. There's books on, you know, how to deal with grief and different things like that. It's YouTube videos out there. I used to spend hours just looking up things and watching videos on grief from different like talking points from, whether it's a content creator or a certified professional, um, to help me deal and understand those thoughts and feelings of those things. So like, you're not alone. You know, it does get better. Hey, this is okay. I got you, baby. Hey, happy holidays. I can tell by the picture. It is things, and there's nothing wrong with talking about it, but do it in your time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 5 years. It's about to be 5 years, and I'm just not really comfortable with being vocal about her, and accepting those memories, and not kind of being frustrated, and actually being able to accept people in my life. Because when I lost my mom, it was around the time I quit drinking, and I just isolated. So it's all right, and it gets better, you know. But utilize this time to reflect, to do things that they used to do, to enjoy the good memories, the bad memories. You kind of just, you can work on those too. And don't feel bad if you're grieving or if you don't feel the best. Just try to do some things to make you feel better. Like, a lady told me, you know, I go sit in that room and I cry for about 30, 40 minutes. And then I, you know, say, hey, get your ass up. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes, Jen Jens. Condolences to you too. You know, and you gotta pull yourself back up out of it. And like for me, when it comes to a lot of things, I just remember what my mom used to say. Like when she was like, well, we gonna get together as an adult, oh, for Christmas, and do this. And I was like, Mom, I'm not on that. You know what I'm saying? And she'd be like, listen, I'm an atheist. You know, and sometimes she would say atheist, but her biggest thing was, you know, I don't do that God stuff. Right, Rico. But it's tradition. So it can be a tradition. It doesn't have to be surrounded by um a religion. I mean, because let's be honest, being Africans and, you know, being from descendants from other places, we don't have a lot of core traditions that keep us together. But if those traditions can keep the family together, just have the family aspect of it and let go of the other stuff. It's just that simple. And my mother was like that. You know, she would be like, you know, I ain't about to be doing, I don't do all that God stuff, but you know, I'm an atheist. I used to think she was joking about the atheist part until I got grown. But you know, you getting over here and you pack my grand, because at the time I just had one kid. You pack my grandbaby up, and I want her to open these gifts now. I did it, and you know, cussing me out, and you know, it wasn't no religious music playing. It was holiday music. And we just get together and have a good old time. And of course, she would make me go in the kitchen, because she never started cooking on time. But those are the things that I sat back and I'm like, damn, I don't have to attach anything to that just to be able to have family time. And I think it's time, as far as my healing journey goes, to step out and be more open. And this, you may not be in this phase. You still may be in the early phase or the confused, because it's different phases. Like they say, it's stages to death and grief in the beginning. Some of those phases go on, you know. So that's all I wanted to say in my ramble, just to say something positive. Like, it does get better. but we also have to do the work to get better and remain better. It's resources, it's books on grief for the wife, the husband. Like they literally have, and some of these books are written by African American writers. So it's not like if you feel like you don't want to get into it because you maybe read it from someone who can't identify with your group, that's absolutely incorrect. Again, it's also it's content creators out here that do videos on it. Some of them are licensed providers, some of them are not, but it's still good content. It's something positive that can help you think about where you are and utilize it, or put it in a box and save it for later, you know. But overall, this time of year, I just hope that everybody finds some kind of peace and serenity, that you do connect with someone, and that you don't sit by yourself and go through what you're going through alone, because it's going to make it harder for you to get past it if you try to do it by yourself. And I'm speaking from experience on that. Also, don't forget Saturday, there will be a panel. It's not, I want to say a panel, it's going to be a kickback. But it's going to be focused on lesbians. That's not saying heterosexual people cannot come. That's not saying, you know, my gay brothers can't come, but the panelists are definitely going to be lesbians. And then, I mean, that's just why we're doing a topic. If it end up, you know, we end up kicking it after a while to get there. Hell yeah, come on up. Let's kick this shit off. That is happening Saturday. The people that were suggested I reach out to, I did reach out to. And what else? I'll still be around. I might go live on Christmas just to show y'all how I kick it, because I'm not boring when I go out. Not at all, okay? And like, we turn up. Me and my people, we get it in. Ain't no bougie, nothing about it. We gonna eat good. You smoke, you drink, whatever. You gonna do that good. We gonna listen to some good music. We gonna have a good old time, and we're gonna take our good asses home. So I may give y'all a sample of that. I made my 30 minutes. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Also, if you want any books, anything I talk about, if you want the book or a reference to a book like it, if I mention a YouTube content creator or something, know that I still follow those people. I still see them. I still watch it. Let me know, and I can send that to you. If you're struggling with recovery, anything like that, especially during this time of year, because people in recovery, especially in the beginning, they do struggle bad. I have links. If you go to any of my old videos, it's links. So like if you see them, the thumbnails where it look like it's AI created, or you know what I'm saying, you can tell the difference. If you're too lazy to do that, type in the comments, can you post the links here? I'm not about to do it right now, because if you don't want the information, hey, you know, sometimes when it's time to change your life, you have to put your good foot forth first, okay? So that's my only two options. You could go on my old videos, or just I'll go copy and paste it that way. But that lets me know, if you do it either one of those ways, that you really want to do this for yourself. I'm about to go see what's going on in these streets so I can be messy until I'm ready to go to bed. Thank you for coming through. Thank you to my moms for dropping down. Thank you for helping me get my watch time hours. Thank you for being my friend, my lover, my hater, whatever. You in this garden, and you here for whatever reason, and we're going to have a good time while we're here. Y'all have a good evening. Bye.